Hare Krishna. We are not just potentially spiritual, we are essentially spiritual. Potentially spiritual means that we have the potential, the capacity, the latent ability to become spiritual. So that idea is just like somebody might say that this person is a potential superstar cricketer, a superstar batsman. That means this person has the talent, and if this person develops the talent, then this person will become a great cricketer. So, or somebody might, this is a potential brilliant writer, potential writer. That means that person has the ability, and that ability needs to be developed. So we can apply this kind of analysis for our spirituality also. You can say, okay, right now we are in materialistic consciousness, but if we develop our spiritual inclinations, then we can also become spiritual. So that is one way of looking at our spirituality. And as far as the following of a process to rise to spiritual consciousness is concerned, this is a valid realization, this is a valid understanding that actually we need to become spiritual. We need to follow a process by which we can spiritualize our consciousness. But at the same time, when we talk about somebody as a potential cricketer or a potential author, what that means is that being an author or being a cricketer is an ability which they have, which they need to develop, and they may have other aspects to their personality also. So it is seen as one undeveloped ability that is a part of the personality. But when we talk about our spirituality, it is not one aspect of our personality. It is actually the essence of our personality, the source of our personality. Our personality is founded in our consciousness, and our consciousness comes from the soul. Consciousness is the energy of the soul. So in that sense, our spirituality is not just one feature within us that we are meant to develop. Rather, it is the essence of who we are, and it is not so much to be developed as to be realized. The Bhagavad Gita talks about this in the 6th chapter when it describes the verses which outline the state of the samadhi, of deep spiritual trance and absorption. Yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyan atmani tushyate. So Krishna says over there in 6.20 to 23, he talks about this advanced spiritual state in 4 verses. And in that context he says, Yatra uparamate chittam, that when our mind stops going off here, there and in all different directions at the material level of consciousness, when it stops going in that way, niruddham yoga sevaya, how? By steady practice of yoga. Then, yatra chaivatmanat manam, then at that state, atmanat manam, our consciousness turns inwards. Pashyan atmani tushyate. When our mind purified turns inwards, we see ourselves and we delight in understanding our spiritual identity, in realizing our spiritual glory as parts of the supremely glorious spiritual reality, the all-attractive Supreme Krishna. So for us, when we understand our spirituality to be our essence, that we are essentially spiritual, that means it is actually very empowering in our spiritual quest, because it's not something which we have to develop, which is a part of us. It is the essence of who we are, and what we need to do is that that's what we are, but that is covered over. Just like if there is a jewel which has fallen in dirt and that jewel is now covered over by dirt. Now the jewel doesn't have to do anything to become a jewel. It is already a jewel, but it may not be shining right now because there's a lot of grime and dirt around it. So that needs to be removed, and that may take time. But the jewel is already a jewel. So similarly, we as parts of Krishna are already divine. We are already spiritual. And all that we have to do is remove the impurities around us. In the same 6th chapter, Krishna says later that 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 he says that prashantamanasam yenam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti shantarajasam brahmabhutam akalmasham. He says when we practice yoga consistently, we become purified, our mind becomes calm, cleansed of all the sensual and worldly drives, then brahmabhutam akalmasham, we realize ourselves to be spiritual, free from all mundane contaminations. So by knowing that this is just something which is there with us, we just have to uncover it, we can be invigorated and inspired to follow the process of Bhakti Yoga, which will uncover our essential spirituality and bestow thereby enduring ecstasy through loving absorption in our Lord, who is the source of the ultimate and eternal ecstasy. Thank you. Hare Krishna.